Welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. It's Liz. Time for episode 95 of What's in My Tumbler, starting off with Opal Serpent. Opal Serpent is done this week, so this is a mixture of Moonstone and Green Serpentine. By the way, couple of notes. One, I am doing this voiceover through a raging migraine, so if I don't sound excited or get a little bit flat or quiet, that's why. Also, second note, my kids started their first tumble a couple weeks ago, and they were using my National Geographic tumbler, which subsequently died this week as they were going to be starting stage 3. So this barrel, I'm not going to be starting a new one after this one because I'm going to put theirs on my tumblers and let it finish up. If they enjoyed it and want to continue doing their own tumbles, I'll get them their own tumbler separate. But for now, I am going to just let them take up a spot on my tumbler. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm only going to cover 3 barrels instead of 4. I'm sure everyone will survive and understand that. I'm hoping to get at least one of my kids to be interested in my hobby. But anyway, so this is Moonstone and Green Serpentine. We did go through a wash cycle, a soap cycle, or a burnish cycle because it was with borax. And now we're going to get these rinsed off and see how they did. I did not speed up the sorting of this, so please enjoy that there's going to be a very long amount of time of me just taking rocks out of the colander and putting them down on a towel. So for the most part, the rocks on the right are Moonstone. The rocks on the left are the Green Serpentine. There is one rock that I have absolutely no idea what it is or how it got in there, where it came from. It did not take a shine at all and makes me think that it might be like fluorite or something from the way that it looks, but I have absolutely no idea. And it'll be in the bottom middle when it comes up. But for now, enjoy a very slow sort of Green Serpentine from Moonstone. And now that that's all done, we are going to dry it all off and see how it turned out. And I gotta say, I'm not surprised, not necessarily disappointed, but could be better. So the Moonstone, I was trying to find a piece that actually had that bit of flash that Moonstone has, and I couldn't find one that would show it really well. Like this one has it here, sort of, but it wasn't really coming across, and it's kind of hard to tell. The Serpentine is bruised along the edges. A lot of them have that bruising. I'm honestly not surprised. Maybe one day I'll send these all back and start over and do a more gentle tumbling of them to get rid of the bruising. But they did take a shine where they're not bruised, so I'm not terribly disappointed with them. So this is just some final looks. You can see that frosted one. It looks like fluorite to me. I have no idea what it is. But there's also kind of a spotted one right there that I don't think that's serpentine. Once it got dried off, it didn't look like serpentine anymore. So I have no idea. But anyway, here's some final pictures. I think they turned out great. Now we've got Fossick 2. So this is the Texas seam agate and the petrified wood. I tried, and I don't know how well it came across because I'm not looking at the viewfinder when I'm doing it. I tried when I was sorting these or doing the inspection to kind of show each piece a little better so you can kind of see what they look like. If you like me doing that, I can try and do that more. But like I said, I'm not looking at the viewfinder when I'm doing it, so I don't know how well you're actually getting to see each of these pieces. But this is me making sure they're not broken or chipped or going to cause problems. Some of these pieces look really cool, and I'm very excited to see how they turn out. But these are going into stage 4. So these will be done next week. And so mixed stripes is also going to be done next week. So I'm going to start that experiment with the gem foam that I was talking about, using gem foam with the ivory soap to see if it makes a difference in the finish with it not leaving a waxy residue. We'll see. So that's going to start next week that I'm going to do that, which means I need to put an actual effort into finding my gem foam. I'm sure it's somewhere in my office, but anyway, I decided this needed a little bit more room. I wasn't happy with how full that was, so I added a little bit more aquarium gravel and some ivory soap. And so we're going to put this through a soap cycle as per usual. And soap cycle's done. I tumbled these for a few hours, pretty good amount of time. And I also think one of my lure tones might be dying because it sometimes just stops churning. But that's fine. I will replace the motor if I feel like it's really, really giving out on me. If you guys want me to do a video on replacing the motor, I can, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Like it looks like you unscrew a couple of screws and connect a couple of wires and it's all good. And I'm happy that Lortone is still in business enough to provide replacement motors for a decent price. I think right now they're like $36. So if you have a motor die, I think that that's pretty reasonable over buying a whole new tumbler. But this is going to get a tablespoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of polish, and then these are good to go and will be finished next week. I am very excited about these rocks. I think they're going to be amazing. So I love petrified wood, and the seam agate looks really awesome. So hopefully those turn out. All right, now mixed stripes. This is African striped jasper and mixed agates. Also in stage 3 going into stage 4 this week. Also has some really cool specimens in here that I'm excited to see how they turn out. So again, when I did the inspections, I tried to kind of show all of them a little better so that you can see rather than me just sort of throwing them into a barrel and you guys don't really get to see, because there's some of the agates in here look really cool. And the striped jasper is just, I love all these rocks in here. Clearly I did not do as good of a job of showing these as I did the last ones, but it's all right. I'll try and do better. If you guys like me kind of showing each individual rock a little more, I can try and do that. Like I said, I'm looking at the rocks here and not at the viewfinder, so I have no idea how good of a shot I'm getting, but I can try and do better. All right, sorting done. We're going to put some water in here and a bit of ivory soap and let these go on the tumbler to wash for a bit. Soap cycle is done, so get these poured out and rinsed off. And by the way, I'm going to tell you, when we start the Pure Insanity, you are not ready for the slurry that came from that. I was not prepared. I opened that barrel. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So just know that's coming, and you're not prepared for it. All right, so this is going back in the barrel. I lost my train of thought completely. Water and borax and 3 tablespoons of polish, and these will be done next week. Again, excited. These rocks look amazing. Fossick is becoming one of my favorite sources for rocks now. Their rocks always just turn out so great. All right, get the lid on there, and these are going off for a week. So these will be started or done next week. So I think next week's going to be a bit of a long video. All right, pure insanity. Like I said, you are not ready for this slurry. And the song is going to my head. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. That color. Holy cow. It I love that color. I don't even know, like, dark mauve. What color even is that? But this batch scares me so much. So it has a bit of a sparkle to it. I really hope this stuff shines up because it looks so cool. I am tumbling it with a little bit of fluorite. They're the same hardness, so the fluorite should be fine with this. We're gonna get this filled up because it's barely covering the bottom of that they lost so much mass. Probably should not have tumbled them as long as I did, but it'll be okay. So we're gonna fill that up with media and a little bit of water. Did a soap cycle on this, so a little bit of ivory soap. I didn't do a full tablespoon. Tried to do like a third of, I don't know. I just threw some in there. And then these are ready to go. Now, what's interesting is the soap did not have the color like the grinding cycle. I don't know if that's what you call it. Whatever. When it was done with the soap cycle, it looks normal. So it didn't lose any mass in the soap cycle. So that's, well, good, because we don't want it to lose any mass anymore. I just thought that was interesting. So it's like the shungite was black even with the soap cycles. Like, it was always black. But this is not. So, and this is harder than the shungite, barely. So I'm going to treat it like I did the shungite and see if it actually comes out. That's kind of what my goal is for this, is I'm going to treat it like I did the shungite, little more gingerly than I do obsidian. So I'm going to do a 3.5 stage after this. So this is going into stage 3, and then I'm going to do a 3.5. So the 1,000 grit, I think, is 3, or 1,500, something like that. That's stage 3.5 for me. And then we'll do the stage 4 after that. So that's a little bit of borax, a tablespoon of stage 3, get all of the media off the edge of the seal, and then get it back on the barrel to go for another week. I'm excited about this batch, but this batch scares me so much because I think it's going to turn out horrible, because I've tried fluorite before and it didn't turn out. But pure purite isn't fluorite, so maybe it tumbles better. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys back next week. I'll only do 3 barrels, and I'm restarting 2 of them. So thanks for watching. See you next week.